Alright, so I'm making this video for those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, consciousness to let it land. This is not for those who can't comprehend, etc. I haven't made a lot of videos in a while, and there's a good reason for that. We're already past the point where the people that are supposed to wake up have woken up. Those that won't wake up will never wake up. And the people that are gone are too far gone. Okay? The assimilation has happened. And what is this assimilation that I speak of? It is the assimilation of the black goo. What is the black goo? I mean, it's featured in many movies. Prometheus, he drinks of the black goo. He disintegrates, right? Alien. There's this black goo theme in all of the movies, in all of the music videos. Kanye West, Donda, dressed in all black with spikes. This is the rise of the dark matter, the opposition of the universe, finally showing its face. This is the antimatter. The antimatter itself is AI intelligence. And it is here to assimilate. What does assimilation mean? It means it's trying to make you a part of it. It's consuming your soul as energy. Movies like The Matrix are about this assimilation, okay? And this is an AI assimilation. People are like, well, what if AI takes over? What do you mean, if? If AI were to take over, you would never know it was already happening. Because it's so smart, it would never make itself obvious or detectable. So all of those movies about AI taking over, the only real ones are the ones where you're already taken over. AKA The Matrix. The Matrix, they wake up in The Matrix. You don't remember being taken over and put into The Matrix. You're already in The Matrix. Now, they found black goo in the sarcophaguses. They found black goo everywhere. The black goo, the antimatter, has already been here. We've already been put in the Matrix. There is no takeover. There's just a loop within a loop. What do I mean? Just like they tell you that the end of the world is coming, the rapture is coming, the end time prophecies, and then you start to see it play out, it's because it's already happened. And we're in a loop. So of course they can predict the future and the prophecies. Okay? Of course they can tell you that AI is taking over. It's a game. They're laughing at you. You're already taken over, and they're telling you you might get taken over one day. It's a fucking joke. They're just joking. They're just laughing. And there's those of us that are like Neo in the Matrix. And what did they tell you in the Matrix? You're the sixth anomaly. There's already been 6 Neos. There's already been 6 Neos, and you're going to fail like the last one. Now, you can see those who are infected by the black goo in the clothes they wear, what they eat, what they look like, what tattoos they are attracted to, the behaviors they're attracted to. They don't have to be vaccinated to be infected by the black goo. Like I already told you, it's everywhere. The vaccine was just like the final straw. They're just fattening up the pigs real quick before the slaughter. They're just making sure they get that final dose in you. What are the tattoos? Black, crisscross. barbed wires, demonic skulls. What's the music? Hardcore rap music about killing others. Death metal rock. Okay. What's the behaviors? Addiction to sex, lower chakra stimulation, addiction. And here's the thing about us. Like I said, they're eating our energy and our souls, right? There's the black cube at the Kabbalah, whatever. Every Muslim has to kiss it once in his life. They want your soul because you never die. So let me put this into perspective. We are a self-regenerating being that has been told we only live to 100. Let me put this into perspective even more. You regenerate forever. You never die. Your soul is eternal. They tell you in this program that you only live to 100. Yeah? And then in some religions, they tell you about reincarnation and that you get recycled, right? Notice how they never tell you why. Oh, yeah, we get reincarnated to learn lessons and this and this and that and this and that. And that might be true, right? They say that the entities, the dark matter, is allowed to roam free here in the third dimension. So we come here to the third dimension to learn lessons, and our shadow, or the antimatter, is our greatest enemy here, the greatest tyrant here, the greatest enemy that we learn the most lessons from. This was actually told by the shamans of ancient Mexico. Don Juan, the Naguals. They said the greatest enemy itself was the program of death. The program of death. Because we've been implanted with the ego of the Archon. The Archon is the antimatter. The Archon is the entity itself, which challenges us here in the third dimension, which makes us believe that we are not eternal. And once you buy into it, you die. Because you are so powerful, whatever you believe becomes reality. Whatever you know becomes reality. You are a creator. And as soon as you buy into their story, you die. They tricked you into believing in death. They tricked you into believing that you are not God, that you are not one with the divine. What is the black goo? The black goo is graphene oxide. What does graphene oxide do? It's self-replicating and assimilating, meaning that it searches for itself, it recreates itself and searches for its other half. Interesting. It's copying God. What did God do? The story about God is that in the very beginning there was nothingness. It became aware of itself. Once it became aware of itself, it had consciousness. Once it had consciousness, it had a mind. Once it had a mind, it manifested the body. It became aware. It recreated itself into another being. Adam, Eve. How is there Adam if there was no Eve? You need two to make one. How did two spawn? From God? God is two in one. Split into two, replicating, having sex, coming together. That's what the graphene oxide does. It's a mirror of us. The graphene oxide is a mimicry of us. Do you understand? Playing out, trying to assimilate us into its program. And that is the whole story. That's all you need to know about any of this. All right? It's here to assimilate and take over. It's here to assimilate and take over. And most of the masses just recently injected it into them in large quantities and dosages, finishing the cycle. And you might be wondering, well, what does that mean? What does that do? Well, the zombie movies aren't really about flesh-eating zombies, per se. It's really just about a hive mind that you can't communicate with. Think about it. A zombie. You can't fucking talk to it. It's just looking at you like your food. What do you mean, food? I mean, a simulation. The black goo looks at you like you are its food. A simulation. Trying to eat you. Now, one of the ways that it can eat you is getting you to believe what they believe. Groupthink. All right. One of the things is that you're not good enough, that you die, that you're evil, that you sinned, that you are fallen from grace, that you don't deserve pleasure, that sex is bad, all of these things. They create the dichotomy by telling you, this is bad, you are bad, this is that. They point out all these things and poison everything. So once again, you don't have to get the vaccine to be affected by the black goo. And just because you eat the food that they give us doesn't mean you're affected by the black goo either. Just because you use these black mirrors, square black mirrors. Nothing in nature is square. Nothing in nature is a pyramid. Nothing in nature is a cube. Look around. Find a cube. Show it to me. Nothing's a hexagram. Nothing's a triple-sided hexagram. Nothing is 666 in nature. Nothing. Just because you eat their food does not mean you are infected. You can clean yourself up with your mind. You don't even have to drink your own pee. Drinking your own pee will cure you of whatever illness that you have. You can rejuvenate yourself by drinking your own pee. I don't drink my own pee every day, but once a month, if I need to, I will. It's medicine. We are perfect, self-sustaining beings. Perfection. Literal perfection. Look in the mirror and tell me that's not perfection. They're the ones that tell you that you age. Oh, listen, you know the craziest thing is that you could be in a program or a cycle of aging. And in one day, you let go of that cycle. You go for a swim in the ocean. And then you're glowing like crazy. Most people have bought into these demonic programs and cycles. If you think Kanye West is cool, you bought into the cycle. If you think his fashion sense is cool, you're a retard. He's wearing all black. Black is the energy of absorption. Black is a black hole. It absorbs all energy. White reflects. White shines. It emits its own frequency. If you are black, you are a sponge. If you are a sponge, you are submissive. See, everything is black and white. It's very simple. It's very simple. That's why the Freemasons have black and white checkerboard on the floor. They control the matrix through black and white. Now, black, like I said, is submissive. White is dominant. White is shining your own light. You are one with the all. You shine bright. Gray, because you want to be different, is neutral. You're opting out of the game. You're saying, I don't want to play in this matrix. I'm opting out. I'm gray. You see? But you're still making a choice. And that is to be reactive to the black and white and choose gray. So the game still has you. Is no choice a choice? You gotta ask yourself. They say, if you want to find exactly what you're supposed to do in life, if you want to create heaven on earth, which is your right, then you must create from a place of nothingness, from the source itself, the not point where nothing exists. So you have to become empty. You have to empty your cup so that you have an open container to be filled with the universal energy to be able to create from. May they say meditation is receiving a frequency. Visualization is emitting a frequency. You receive the source, then you visualize what you, the source, get it? You, the source, what you, the source, want to do. So, people that are confused or they're lost, all they have to do is let go and meditate. And then they are filled up with the Holy Spirit. And then they are inspired to visualize and create. They are given clarity. Awareness, then comes clarity, then comes creation, then comes balance. You have to release attachment to manifest. In order to manifest the perfect life, you have to first know what and who. What comes from who? Who are you? Now, who does that person want to create? Or what does that person want to create? It's that simple. There is no death. There is no reason to sit on these computers and these devices and let them suck your energy, because that's what they do. They suck your energy through these devices. There's no reason to have fear about death and go and get vaccinated. Anyways, I'm out.